I'm about to pull some cards, and if this reading has found you, then maybe it's for you. You decide. See how it makes you feel. I don't know what it's about and don't know how many cards are going to come out. We're just pulling a message for someone. We have this Hierophant and the High Priestess. So I think you will know if this is for you, if you have been searching for some answers, if you've been trying to figure something out, and possibly you've been trying to look outside of yourself. The Moon. You're definitely trying to figure something out. Let's see what you're trying to figure out. Tell us about this Hierophant. Interesting. I think you're trying to figure out if you've missed an opportunity on something. If you've missed, I heard miss the train. Did you miss the train? There's something that you're emotionally unsure about, whether you made the right call, which I think you might have decided on inaction. There might have been a situation where you were called to make a decision and you just kind of sat back, and your inaction was a decision. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. I think you will have an opportunity to, I'm hearing try again. You'll have an opportunity to try again, but it's not so much try again at the same thing. It's try again with something different. So let me show you what we have. We have the Hierophant with the Four of Cups. This is feeling like there's something that wasn't fulfilling. Whether you decided for or against something, there was something that didn't feel right. And you sense that it was not right. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is feeling like the end goal of feeling stable and happy and supported and cared for in a material way. This end goal seems further away now. And emotionally, you're on a seesaw going back and forth, thinking, did I make the right choice? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? What? You're trying to recall. It feels like a recall. This is the Judgment card, and then we have the Six of Swords. There's a recall. I'm feeling that you are very much like, was it this way? Was it meant to be this way? Was it meant to be that way? But I feel that Spirit is like, it doesn't matter which other possibilities are out there. This is the path that you're on now. So focus on the path that you are on now and see how you can move forward from the path that you are on now. Whatever you are thinking about in terms of that was the end or that was the final decision or anything like that, it doesn't feel final. It feels like there is another layer to this coming. There's the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands underneath the Two of Wands. There's another layer to this coming. Let's get some more cards on that. And that can be whether this is a decision that you made in your career, or whether this is a decision you made about your home life or your romantic life. It just feels like you were up in the air about something, something didn't feel right. And so, again, I don't know that you made an active decision. Yeah, because now we're getting this last card that came out is the Chariot card. Now we're getting to a point. Okay. I feel that whatever transpired before, it didn't feel like an active decision. It felt like there was a period of inaction, and that caused some things to happen. Or you might have felt like it wasn't in your control to make a choice, or you weren't the one in the position to make a choice. So it felt more passive. It felt more like things were happening to you, and it didn't feel good, and it just made you feel insecure in a way, questioning. And we're at a point now where this is changing. You're at a point where this Judgment card is, like I said, there's a new layer to a situation. There is a new layer that is inviting you to action. I think previously there was an aspect of inaction to your situation because you weren't fully aware. It's like technically you were pushed to make a decision or asked to make a decision, but you were just not aware of how you actually feel. And so you didn't feel like you were capable of making a decision. And so you didn't. And now you're at a point where, because you have some type of feeling about how things unfolded, transpired after that, that gives you more information on how you feel. And this is making me think about how, if you don't know how you feel about something, you don't know if you want this or that, so somebody tells you, well then here, just take that. And then you have that and you feel, and you're like, oh, well now that I have this, I realized I wanted that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And so there's this page that's turning because there's more awareness on your part on what you actually want. And so then that instability can be turned into stability, because now you're aware of what you want. And once you're aware of what you want, you can go after it. And you can work hard on it, and you're motivated towards it, and you're ready to fight for it because you've made a decision on what it is that you want. There's this flip from you being passive towards you being active, because you have more information on what it is you want. And that's awesome. So I don't want you to look back and feel bad about wasted time, or feel like you should have gotten here sooner, because you needed all that information. You needed each one of these swords to be able to move to the position that you're in now. You needed that information because previously you felt like you were in the dark. You couldn't make that decision. Let's get some Astro Dice. All right, we have the North Node, we have Gemini, and we have the 5th house. That's beautiful because the North Node is where we're feeling pulled towards. That is like our fate, our destiny. That is where we are being challenged to move towards. And Gemini is very much that duality that we see with the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups, and being of two minds, having the two pillars in the backgrounds here. Very much feeling and thinking and not being able to decide, needing more information. That fits beautifully. And then the fifth house is all about our passions. The fifth house is about children, it is about what we create. So art. The fifth house is also about physical passions, intimacy, on a more fun level than the eighth house. So this is really about becoming clear on what drives you and what you really want, and using that to head towards what you really want. So this process, even though it feels really confusing and unstable to you, it's helping you. Like the indecision is actually helping you towards making a decision. So I want to pull some more cards on what Spirit is wanting you to focus on in order to be more in touch with your intuition, your inner guidance. What do they want you to focus on so you can kind of be in tune with them? We have beauty. We have oils. One more. And we have crystals. Okay. This is interesting because I think this has a lot to do with spending time with yourself and really appreciating your own abilities, your own beauty, your own vision. Because I'm seeing someone like looking in the mirror, but like envisioning things and really kind of I'm seeing like a mirror surface. It's more kind of like a reflection in the water. It's giving me like the star card. But beauty in this sense is how to get in touch with your intuition is focusing on the things that you enjoy about yourself. And we have oils and crystals. And I think crystals is very much about focusing on what can bring you clarity. So oils, also I'm getting like this image of, you know, somebody like using oils to, it's giving me like this sense of intimacy for sure, like self-intimacy, intimacy with the self. I think you're definitely, especially because we had the High Priestess here, you know, treating yourself like royalty. I think you're really being asked by Spirit to really get in touch with yourself. And that is literal as well as metaphorically. Really getting in touch with yourself. Really getting aware that the grounding card wanted to come out and didn't fully come out. So really like grounding yourself in what experience you're having, and your senses. I'm getting a lot about your senses, paying attention to your senses, because while there was this indecision and it felt like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you want this, sometimes you want that, I think you want those things for a reason. You have that confusion for a reason. You have those pulls for a reason. So really kind of pulling in your energy and focusing on yourself and examining why those pulls are there. So you don't just have to make a choice and be like, okay, I choose this and therefore I ignore this other desire that I had. No, try to incorporate them and acknowledge them because they are there for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna pull one oracle card and then we're gonna wrap it up. This is already longer. Oh, I just looked down and I saw 1444. That is for someone. said one, two are coming out. Interesting. They seem a little bit opposing, but they're not. I think this goes very well with what we're talking about. One says follow it, and the other one says let go. Follow it and let go. Follow it is that once you get that drive, once you're like, oh, I think now I'm done with my indecision. I think now I'm not happy with things the way they played out, so I think I want to change the outcome. Follow that inkling, but let go of, like I said earlier, like don't feel like you've wasted time. Don't think about how long the process was to get to your decision. Let that part go. Let go and follow it. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that this resonated, and I hope to read for you again sometime.